Alright, welcome back to people. On this video, I'm going to talk about LLCs. LLCs, Limited Liability Corporations. Now, once you start your business as a sole proprietor and you start to generate some income and you get to a level where you're going to need more protection, right? What's protection? Protection is basically when someone wants to sue you, right? Because as you start to grow money, I'm not really too familiar how sure you are with businesses, how businesses work. But once you start to make some money, you kind of open yourself up to being sued, right? Because we're in a sue-happy society, if you think about it. And people will sue you for anything, especially once they know you have money. Because they're going to try and get to the money, right? And you might think, well, I have money, but, I can just sue them back for whatever they're trying to sue me for. No, that's not the way it works. The way it works is you have to protect what you have. And first of all, you really don't want to just, let everybody know how much you do have, right? You kind of keep it low key. Let's say you like the nice things in life. That's great. Most people do. I do too. But, keep it to a minimum, and don't broadcast it as this costs $50,000 or this costs $200,000, because people come and get that, right? Because they don't have it. Not only do they not have it, they may not have anything. That may be their way of making money, is to rob people. There are people who do that, and if they see you come in bling blinging and all that, you're a prime candidate. Right? You're a prime candidate. And it depends on a lot of other dynamics, like the area you hang around or the area you find yourself, right? You want to kind of always blend in with certain things. Now, I'm not saying dress down or position yourself as someone who has less than you would like to be considered as having. I'm simply saying be mindful of what's going on, right? Just think about that from that perspective, because what businesses are designed to do is make money. Now, they will make money a lot quicker and a lot more efficiently than working for a job. So once your business actually starts to kick in to where you generate money, you'll probably grow pretty quickly, right? You'll probably go from, let's say, $100 or $200 a week to, let's say, a couple of $1,000s a week. See, that's a big jump. So with that type of jump, what happens is you, first of all, don't really understand what you need to be doing because you're new to this, right? So therefore, you go out and buy, and buy, right? Rather than reinvest back into your system so that you can get things running even more efficiently, so that it can free up more of your time and you can do more of what you want to do and what you need to do, right? But that's okay. That's a learning process. That's something that many of us have to go through, right? So we, once we understand that exists, then we'll kind of, pull away from that at some point when we realize how necessary other things are to grow a business, right? Because growing a business is not like working a job. You may be able to work 10, 15 years on a job. If you're not generating money, you can't sustain that business for 10 or 15 years. It's not going to be there. If you're not making any money, that's not a business. First of all, that's a hobby, right? Hobbies don't require you to expect money or revenue from your efforts. So think about that when you decide to start your business. Look at this from a real business perspective. There's going to be a lot of things you need to learn, a lot of things that you will have to learn, like your taxes, how you want to structure your taxes for the income that you will be making, because this is you now. It's you and your thoughts, your actions, your creativity. You're becoming part of a brand. This brand will be who you want it to become, what you want it to be identified as. That's how much control you have over it. No one else. So you got to take this seriously, right? And you have to understand branding. You have to understand marketing. You have to understand the process, right? How your process from start to finish generates money. How is that for you? Are you positioning yourself to be a speaker? Are you positioning yourself to be a writer? Are you positioning yourself to be a content creator where you create products or online products? How is that working for you? What is the mindset? What is your plan? See, now if you're not normally used to that world, that will seem kind of overwhelming, right? But it's not that difficult to get acclimated to once you jump in, because it's what you want and you know the results of what you want, right? You want to create a business that can sustain the lifestyle that you want. That's simple enough, right? But there's a lot of moving parts involved with that. So getting back to this video's topic, which is LLC, which would be the second level of protection you would have for your business, right? First level is you're identifying that you have a business. That's sole proprietorship, right? And as you grow your knowledge base and your finance base, then you're going to be wanting to more safeguard that, because you've grown to a certain level. You don't want to lose that, right? Especially frivolously through lawsuits or things that you can control. You can kind of have a hand on. So I'm going to read this little couple of pages about LLC. So open your ears and take notes if you need to. LLC stands for Limited Liability Company and has rapidly become one of the most popular business entity types for new and small businesses, largely because it is considered to be a simpler and more flexible than a corporation. The LLC business structure combines the pass-through taxation of a partnership or sole proprietorship with the limited liability corporation, creating the best of both worlds for business owners. Now, some of the terminology and whatnot that you're going to be hearing will kind of throw you off, especially if you're not familiar with this world. But don't let that, dissuade you too much, okay? Because it'll all make sense later on. Now, it says this means that if you choose to form an LLC, your business will become its own legal entity that has separate debts and legal matters. However, LLCs are still tied to your personal taxes. If you are the owner of an LLC, you are referred to as a member. And LLCs can have a single member or multiple members. It's up to you. Now, if you don't plan on raising investment money for your business, think you might need asset protection and need flexible business management and taxes, then an LLC is likely the best choice for your business. Whether you are a sole proprietor, have a partner, or multi-member corporation, the LLC is a great choice for small business owners, as it can provide the same limited liability protection as a corporation without many of the complexities and formalities associated with them. Now, an LLC has many advantages that can work for different types of companies. However, there are also disadvantages to forming an LLC as well. So I'm going to share with you right now some of the advantages and the disadvantages. The advantages are: one, limited liability protection. By forming an LLC, only the LLC is liable for the debts and liabilities incurred by the business, not the members. Now, number two, pass-through taxation. The LLC typically does not pay taxes for itself. Instead, the net income losses is passed through to the personal income of the owners, members, and it's simply taxed as personal income. Number three, no ownership restrictions. The LLC does not have any residency or citizenship restrictions, which allow foreign nationals to have ownership in any LLC if desired. Number four, versatile tax status. One of the most advantageous aspects of the LLC is that it has the ability to choose how it is treated as a taxable entity. And finally, under the advantages, minimal compliance requirements. LLCs are subject to limited state mandated annual filing requirements and ongoing formalities. Now, some of the disadvantages: self-employment taxes. Although we listed pass-through taxations as the LLC's benefits, it can also be a disadvantage. Oftentimes, the taxes that are passed through are and reported as personal income of LLC members will be higher than the taxes at the corporate level. Number two, careful personal records. As the owner of an LLC, you need to keep careful records of your business expenses separate from your personal finances. Now, remember when I spoke earlier on the video about the sole proprietorship, I told you it's best to, it says it's okay to commingle funds, but if that's what you do, you want to kind of wean yourself off of that before you decide to incorporate with the LLC, so that once you're here, then you know that's not an option for you. Your mind doesn't even think like that anymore, right? Number three, LLC termination. Usually, if a member departs an LLC, then the LLC is terminated and ceases to exist. This is unlike a corporation where it still exists regardless of what shareholders come and go. And finally, banking. Since it is required to keep your business finances separate from your personal finances, you'll need a business checking account, right? But all that's just, formalities, right? That would be with any business you decide to start, period, right? But as you're growing, you're structuring your system so that you're kind of bulletproof when it comes to people who just go through life suing people, right? And that is not what you want to become a victim to, because it's not what you know, it's what you can prove, right? All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to share this video, like this video, and I'll see you on the next video.